So let me ask you a question. Are you currently hustling on Fiverr or Upwork? And if so, do you ever feel completely, absolutely capped on taking new orders? Like you've put in all this work, you built up a great profile, but now you've hit a ceiling you just can't seem to break through. If that feeling of being totally maxed out resonates with you, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're exploring a specific framework that's designed to help shatter that ceiling. Because look, the real dilemma tripping up successful freelancers isn't a lack of client demand, it's that actually doing the work eats up all your available time. It's the classic trap of trading hours for dollars. You literally just don't have extra hours in the day to take on more clients without completely burning yourself out. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to be unpacking a popular framework known as the delivery method. We'll objectively deconstruct the exact mechanics and the step-by-step toolkit it uses to supposedly solve this ultimate freelancer bottleneck. Here's what we're looking at today. We'll start with the freelancer's bottleneck, look at the proposed AI fix, peek inside the toolkit, compare the alternatives, and finally, do a quick reality check. All right, jumping right into part one, the freelancer's bottleneck. You know the usual fixes, right? You try raising your prices, but then you risk losing your order volume. You could hire a subcontractor, but there go your profit margins. And trying to wing it with AI yourself usually means you spend hours just rewriting the robotic output anyway. The end result is that taking on new orders simply translates to losing more of your personal time. So let's move on to section 2, the proposed AI fix. Now, what's really interesting is that this whole system leans heavily on the number one. And by that, I mean one single, completely free tool, the standard, unpaid version of ChatGPT. That means absolutely no new software subscriptions or hidden ongoing costs to make this workflow function. And that one single tool is paired up with the number 5. Basically, the framework uses a specific, repeatable 5-step workflow. By following this exact sequence, the claim is you can cut your delivery time in half. And a huge point here, it's designed as a script for you to follow, meaning you don't have to spend weeks pulling your hair out trying to learn prompt engineering from scratch. So you might be wondering, does this actually work for what I do? Well, this workflow is explicitly built for writing, virtual assistant work, social media management, and design copy. Essentially, if your freelance deliverables involve generating any kind of written output, this is where the framework is meant to apply perfectly. There's a great quote from the source material that sums this up perfectly. AI handles the mechanical first pass, you keep the judgment pass that clients actually pay for. This is a vital distinction to understand. The framework isn't trying to replace you. Instead, it uses AI for the heavy mechanical lifting while preserving your human expertise, your taste, and your quality control. You always remain the expert in the loop. Let's crack open section 3, inside the toolkit. So what's actually in the box? The bundle breaks down into a core 8-chapter guide, fast start prompts, message templates for clients, a delivery checklist, rate increase scripts, and finally an AI quality control checklist. Now, if you add all those up based on their claimed standalone values, it comes out to $100. But even with that claimed $100 value, the whole shebang is bundled together for a one-time price of just $17. That's it. That is the total barrier to entry to access the entire toolkit we just ran through. Which brings us to section 4, comparing the alternatives. Let's weigh the primary scaling options here. On one hand, hiring a human subcontractor takes a medium amount of your time just to manage them. It cuts deeply into your profit margin on every single order. And honestly, it introduces massive variables in quality depending on who you hire. Contrast that with the claims of the delivery method. A low-time investment, a flat one-time $17 cost, and you maintain full quality control because the AI merely assists while you give the final approval. To justify that cost, the framework lays out 3 specific ways it pays for itself. First, saving just 1 hour on your next order covers the entire cost of the guide. Second, faster turnarounds lead to better client reviews, which naturally brings in more orders. And third, every hour you save is personal time directly back in your pocket. All right, time for our final section, the reality check. The authors are super explicit about exactly who this actually helps. This is for you only if you are already an active Fiverr or Upwork freelancer. You have to currently be taking orders and actively looking for a way to deliver those existing orders faster without dropping your quality standards. Basically, it assumes you already know how to get clients. On the flip side, They're brutally honest about who this is not for. If you're a beginner looking for a how to start freelancing from zero guide, this isn't it. Furthermore, if you're looking for some sort of magic push button to avoid doing any real client work entirely, it is explicitly stated that this is not for you. You still have to put in the effort. And we absolutely need to highlight their own explicit disclaimer, because let's be real, there are no guaranteed income or time-saving figures here. Your actual results are going to rely heavily on your own individual consistency, your specific service niche, and of course, broader market conditions. The method is laid out for you, sure, but the actual execution, that's entirely in your hands. As we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with the final provocative question to chew on regarding your own freelance process. How do you balance AI efficiency with human expertise in your own work? As these tools become more and more prevalent, how will you approach that critical judgment pass to make sure your clients always receive the premium quality they're paying for? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this today.